Welcome back everyone. You know what time it is. Time for another Mournstell video. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what's going on with the title. Well, I did add a good bit to the village, but I couldn't complete the interiors and even part of the exterior around the church is incomplete. But if you're following in the Discord, you'll know that I got a cold or something like that, so I tried to get as much stuff done as possible while still resting and trying to take things easy. But I'm on the mend now, so, things can only get better. So anyways, in the time lapse, you'll see I added multiple new houses, a general goods shop, and a church. Mournstell is the perfect village to have a strong religious center of faith, and I really believe it pretty much completes the overall atmosphere. Shout out to Core for the wonderful idea. And an absolute huge shout out to everyone on this channel. Thanks to you and your support, we did surpass the 1,000 subscriber milestone, and honestly, it just filled me with fresh air and creativity and just really just pumped me up. Thank you for everything you have all done and everything you continue to do. And here's to another 1,000 subscribers in the future. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing. As the Almoran project continues to grow, so should this community. Now, of course, with all that being said, I'm about to put on a little bit of music, let you enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and then we're going to do a little bit of a first-person exterior walkthrough at the end of the video. So, once again, enjoy the music, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, so here we are leading up on the path. Now, this is something that obviously, you can see here the older part of the village from the last video. But if we go up this path here, you're going to actually get to kind of the bulk, the heart of the city, or the village, if that makes any sense. So this path is, this is going to be the main road where people travel to and fro, everything. So we have the pathway here that leads to the first level, and then the pathway that leads up to the church. So we're going to take the first pathway into the first level of the village. And you can see here we come to a nice little gate. Now, granted, it's not really protected from above, but it is protected with those gates. So as soon as you walk in, I tried to clutter it up. Honestly, I got a lot of inspiration, not only just from genuine creativity, but also from playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That is set in a really great timepiece, and it's really allowed me to bolster some creativity and to really be able to tweak this world and my design choices and things like that. So coming on, you see the first house to the left, and then we have some wheat to the right. We have some vases, some pots, we have hay here, which I really like the way that it came out. I used the little wooden boards as an overhang. Not a lot of depth to it, but I think it looks really cool. It's very simple and basic, but it fits the needs for this village. You can see that's a general goods store right here to the right. And once again, the interiors are not done, so just kind of ignore that and pretend, that it is full right now. They will be done, though, in the next video. Here we have a small little turnip farm. And most of these small little, more like a garden, I'm sorry, not a farm, but, most of these farmers do have little gardens, around their houses and things like that. And, of course, that is just to simply provide for their own family meals. A lot farm, small like turnips, corn, things like that, just simple stuff that could feed families, potatoes and things like that. And I really think it works well with this village and how small it is, but then also, it's fairly populated, so that has to, be something. Here we have this little back end here. Now this, I couldn't really think of a good vegetable or anything to put back here, so that's just kind of a placeholder. It might change, but I kind of like the way it looks, so we'll take it. This is actually going to be a nice little cellar, and this is a little bit of the inspiration I said I got from the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Just small little, cellars and stuff like that behind houses or on the side of them or things like that. And so that will be incorporated more into Mournstell as it continues to grow. Now, we're about 95% done, though. After the church is completed, I think we're going to do a graveyard and maybe one more farm area with a little bit more fields, and that's about it. I mean, that's going to be Mournstell completely. It's not going to be massive. It's not going to get much bigger than what it already is. It actually got bigger than I originally anticipated, but we're going to leave that be. So you can see the church right ahead, but what we're going to do is we're going to visit the second set of houses. And you can see here we have a well, and we have 3 fairly decent sized houses right here. Once again, that's actually a little berry bush farm. But we have the well here, and actually made it like very large and deep at the bottom. It gradually gets bigger as it goes down into the mountain, which, if you go down there when you explore Elmoran, you might actually find some treasure, which would be really cool. You can see the actual yards are blocked off with the wooden fence, so the owners of these houses will have access to them through their homes to be able to get to those back portions of their backyards and everything. But it's just set off as a little bit of a privacy thing, and I just like the way that little area came together. And what we'll do here is we'll just do a quick fly around on the church. Like I said, that's probably going to be the cemetery, but we're going to ignore that for right now, and we're just going to focus on simply the church structure itself. Now, once again, I didn't really do the exterior part of it. I didn't really decorate it or really soup it up and make it look really, really excellent. I honestly didn't have the time. It would have taken another couple days, and I just wasn't prepared for that just yet. But you could see here, and we'll do a full flyover. But the village just comes together really well. I think it looks really great. I'm loving the depth of the different layers of the city. I'm really trying to make things less flat and make them more layered and make them have more depth. And I think this one came together really well, and it actually worked out in my favor with that. But yeah, that is it. I hope you enjoyed that. And what we're going to do here is, so this is the village of Mournstell. You can see we have the lighthouse, we have the farm, and then the main city, or village, sorry. I really need to start remembering village. Over here, you can actually see Dirkshire. You have the Witherfoot Keep, and this is the Nullivin tribe over here that will continue to grow. And of course, we have the massive city of Aeslung right there. So that's what we've built so far on the channel. Just so you have a little bit of a perspective, that's what we're looking at. And then, of course, we have Avenberg right down that way, my first original project in Conquest Reforged. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're really still enjoying Mournstell and how it's coming along. I know a lot of you really like this one particular project. So do I, and I'm really putting my heart and soul into it. So once again, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't already. It'd mean the world to me. But this is the Legendary Porpoise signing off. Have a good day and happy gaming.